Hello everyone, today we're going to take a look at another one of Ginny's excellent container searches. So as a reminder, excellent has 3 hides, and this one's a little bit interesting because all 3 of the hides are in the same type of container. So you can see the little red and blue box that's straight out from start line. Those are going to be the same as we go around, which is kind of nice because you can see them at a distance as she's working this space. Now, this is not the first time I've seen it. I've seen it before, and it's funny because every single competitor always talks about it after the search is done, of course. And we're always like, I can't believe that it was the same one. And I don't know why we can't believe it, because it's not like it's never happened before. So you're going to notice in the video, it looks like we're going straight in without waiting at the start line, which I always like to take a couple minutes there. But I actually did that at the entryway of the door. So we kind of had our little start line ritual there. And Ginny's really great at threshold. The way that she moves methodically, she can work threshold really, really well. It's actually abnormal for her to miss a hide at threshold. So here we go. She's going to come out, hits the box, nice alert. We're going to go in and feed. Now here in a second, she's going to miss that next box, but I wasn't super concerned about it because it was right next to the hide, but I didn't note it in case we were going to have to come back to it. She's going to cut the corner, miss this pink bag. Same thing. I'm taking note, but she comes in and she hits this box. Alert. Very nice. So again, I know that both of those have been missed, but I'm not overly concerned about either one of them. The likelihood of them being the hide, it's not impossible, but it's not likely. So she's going to come in, and she hesitated there. And then at the second box. So I could have turned around and had her work it again. I pretty much knew that there was odor over there. And the funny thing is, I wasn't thinking about it being the same box until we came back around. So she's going to come around, search it, and there it is. Okay, so I want to take a second and talk about that. I'm going to just cut it ahead a little bit here and talk about why I didn't just turn around. Oops, sorry, guys. Sometimes it's a lot harder to rewind than you would think. So why I didn't turn around like right here. So if we rewatch this interaction, and again, I noticed this in the moment, you can see that she's on odor. She skips over it though. She's like, hey, maybe this one's it. But she keeps going. And I let her finish working this before I send her back. Now, some teams are going to send them back right away. Ginny, I wanted to make sure that she wasn't fringing, but also part of this is what some people like to call my trauma. And you'll carry this with you depending on where your scent journey is and depending on how you got started and all of those sorts of things. But for me, my first dog, Luna, had a lot of history with reading my cues. So something like that, if I were to turn around and say that green bag and represent those, I probably would have got a false alert. So I tend to go out a little bit of ways and then turn around and represent it. I find that it's just a clearer picture for the dog. Also, I find that it helps their learning in the long run because I get to keep that independence. I get to give them the time to work the search and not be overbearing, right? So again, I think it helps their learning in the long run if I don't have to do that. Also, if we look back, this is quite interesting because I actually didn't notice this until I watched it with you guys. And that's funny how every single time you watch a video, you're going to see more and more, which is why you should be filming yourself and why you want to make sure that you watch it. Go back and watch it in slow-mo. Go back and watch it multiple times. You're going to see things that you didn't see. So if we watch this again from right here, I feed, send her out, and she actually probably had a little bit of converging right there and was aware of the height that was all the way across here. So this is a good example how even though you don't think that you are necessarily influencing which direction your dog's going to take, or that you didn't, I don't want to say force it, but I definitely led her to go this way instead of giving her the opportunity to go out to this height and make that decision. And this is going to come down to what you want and how you're training your dog. Because at this level, I know how many there are. I'm not going to know how many there are in in masters. So that's a risk that you take, and you're going to have to remember where you've been if you let the dog lead out. But if I had noticed that, so hard to notice it in the moment, I probably would have let her go across to this one. So, and we're actually going to watch another one where Ginny does the same thing on the following day, and she does get to lead it. So if you want to see that play out, it's from June 22nd, and I will see you guys next time. Have a great day.